learned from Sam Walton how to compete and thrive in a Walmart world. He says all business people can learn something from the house that Sam built, and he joins us today from Pittsburgh. Michael, you know, a little, I guess, disclosure here. I actually met Sam Walton a long time ago when I worked at the Sam's Club when I was in high school. And you're right, he is the kind of person who really inspired an awful lot of loyalty among the people who worked for him. And you cannot argue that he built the most powerful retailer ever seen in business.
That's right. I think everybody that had the chance to meet Sam Walton learned something about Sam the merchant. They learned something about Sam the person. He was truly the most inspirational leader I ever had the chance to meet.
One thing about Sam Walton, though, is that when he was still alive and when this company was in hyper growth and going from rural areas to, you know, starting to penetrate cities and starting to open up more and more stores, there was a Buy America campaign and there was premium shelf space for environmentally friendly goods. Both of those campaigns have gone to the wayside. Do you think that Sam Walton would be disappointed by the way the company has sort of changed?
Well, I think it's a product of a couple of things. One is the growth itself of the organization. They have 5,000 stores. They're truly global. And simply to provide the products for their stores, I understand that 600 or 700 manufacturing plants in China alone work full-time to supply those products. And they're not in that boat alone. Almost every other retailer that's of any size is going offshore to get their goods. And it's just the reality of the global economy that we're in.
Global economy, you talk about 600 or 700, you know, Chinese factories working full time. You also talk about textile mills and factories in the United States going out of business one at a time. As Walmart says, low cost is the most important thing. You know, it is almost the mission statement of Walmart that, you know, it's not going to pay its suppliers any more than it says it's going to pay them. And there have been a lot of job losses in the manufacturing sector in here because of that.
That's right. You know, Walmart has been accused of a lot of things, and they were accused of producing garments offshore, even using child labor. But when those interviews were broadcast in the United States, they asked customers, you know, well, how do you feel about that? And to a person, they all felt bad that anything was being manufactured by child labor in third world countries. But to a person, they said they weren't willing to spend more for the same garment if it was manufactured in the U.S.
Right.
So
Americans voting with their dollars. The reason
right.
why there's not environmentally friendly shelf space in Buy America is because you can't sell as much of that stuff because the American consumer just wants something at a lower price.
That's right.
Okay, so what can we learn and other retailers learn from Walmart's model, I guess? I mean, it is a huge retailer. You say someday you think it could be $1 trillion company. What's the most important lesson for other business people coming out of the Walmart model?
Well, I think that there's certain things that you can do in competition with Walmart, and there's things you can't do. Obviously, you can't go toe-to-toe with them on price. Operationally, every retailer, every business has control of their operations. You have to have high standards. You have to maintain an in-stock position in stores. You have the opportunity to control your culture. You have the opportunity to control expenses, the quality of people you have in the organization, and most important of all is the quality of the service you provide to those customers crossing the threshold.
All right, Michael Bergdahl, what I learned from Sam Walton. Thanks so much for joining us today.